So there's rangers out checking permits. And I had one watch my bag while I went to the bathroom, and she did. And then the other one asked me for my permit. I was like, oh man, I was just gonna walk by with another group. And they were like, oh, are you guys all together? And the people in front of me were like, no. I was like, all right. So I went back down to the ranger station. They were open. Got it. I'm glad I actually went back because they're standing on the trail checking everybody's permits. So it's a busy day. Nobody else is hiking where the fires are, so everybody's like out here. So it's just crowded. It is what it is. California's always on fire around this time. It's so hot, there's not enough water. This is usually a spot on the trail where you can fill up. Saddle Junction. We're only 3 miles in, but that's where we came from. So I'm technically on the PCT. You can do sections of it, and then if you're doing the whole PCT and you want to take a break, a lot of people take a break by climbing a peak, and this is one of the peaks that they climb, San Jacinto. So we'll see if we make it up and back. State Park. Big wilderness. So we're 5.5 miles in. This is where the second time. This one's usually flowing. It's pretty hot. And it's still going out. Made it 8 miles to the peak. Started at 8:30, got there closer to 12:45, 1 o'clock. And then I left right before 1:30. 1:30 is my turnaround time, so heading back down right now. So I have 8 more miles to go. It should go by faster. So. Okay. It's 10 minutes before 5, so been moving for quite a long time. And then moving for a whole work day. I even took a 30-minute lunch. Definitely would have finished earlier if I already had my permit, but you know, it actually worked out perfectly because I went to the ranger station right when they opened at 8, and then it was 7 minutes right back up to the trailhead, and I started right away. So, and those rangers were out there the entire day checking everybody's permits. So some days they're out in full force and you definitely need to have it, and then other times like you won't see anybody. But I noticed lately, like they're just out here. There's so many different fires and natural disasters and mudslides or whatever that like keep taking place all over. So many people, you know, go missing, and this kind of does sort of counterbalance that. You're not going to like avoid every emergency, but you want to avoid as many as possible. So yes, having a permit, letting, you know, the ranger station know where you're going to be at what time, when to expect you, because if you just went up and did a solo hike and nobody knows where you're at, somebody should. And it's that extra precaution with the ranger station, them wanting a permit to know, because it is super dicey. The elevation gain is ridiculous. You're going up a mile every 1,000 feet every mile. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's hot. So just visually, just making sure people have enough water, that they, you know not to start a fire, like all that is included with the permit when you do the mail-in. I've done it before because I was going to backpack it. I just thought I was just going to get away with going up real quick for a day hike, but you need a permit no matter what. I always have my adventure pass or my national parks pass for parking, and it comes with information, and it's a monetary reminder or responsibility to have people take care of the environment, to invest their time and their money into our parks. Like, I don't want to create barriers with like passes and monetary things. Like, I think the day passes should be very cheap, and even the annual passes. Like, if you have like somebody who's just like really willing to go out there and hike every weekend, like, it would suck for them to like, I don't know. I want everything cheap. But I understand why these things exist. At least there should, I do like that I'm involved with more organizations that sort of like take on a little bit more of that monetary responsibility by making sure that their participants are, following the Leave No Trace principles and whatnot. So if you're with a group that is making sure that everybody's aware and knows of things, and they have the ability to like, counterbalance that, monetary value that like, you have to give to go hiking. Yeah, there definitely should be more of those everywhere. And then for the rest of people who know better, who have enough time and money and energy, they should invest their time and money and energy into researching what they need to do to keep these parks open, to keep these trails clean and clear, because half the time there's so many local parks that, don't have anybody cleaning them. There's so many volunteers in and around Los Angeles, anywhere that I've hiked, where I've just like talked to different people and they're like, yeah, I'm just out here just retired and cleaning the trails. Or people, yeah, they will go and like just do a hike day. I've done that before, where you're hiking and you just have those little cloth things and you pick up trash and you put it in your trash bag and you throw it away. And there's so many different organizations that like dedicate their time and energy to that. And I hate that those organizations have to exist. If you're going outside, you should know to take everything back out that you took, out there with you. Like, everything needs to go in the trash can. All these things that you think are biodegradable aren't supposed to be in this environment. It's not native. It actually like kills the soil. It kills the animals and insects and everything around you. It, causes fires. You don't want to end the earth because of your ignorance. So at least when you're recreating, you want to keep yourself safe, yes, first, but also make sure that you're keeping the environment safe. Like, I don't understand why we have so many people that also deliberately just not want to help save the planet. There's so many people that, don't know, and I just urge them to just find out. Like, if you're nervous, use that nervousness as fuel to like understand what it is you're going to be facing out there. Like, that's that bit of tingle in the back of your brain telling you that I should be more knowledgeable about this subject before I go out there, because I shouldn't be terrified, I shouldn't be scared. Like, there's nervousness for like big tasks, but I knew I was going to be completely, for the most part, perfectly safe with all conditions being perfect. And it was. I even doubled back and had to hike a little bit in the parking lot, still, got my pictures, ate my lunch, took my time, and still made it up and back, with plenty amount of time before sunset. But that took years of practice and training and research and understanding and knowledge. I just hope that other people do the same. But whatever. that's the hike. Sorry I rambled. I don't know, we'll see. If you like it, I'll do more ramblings in my car in the middle of the woods. If not, then yeah, I'll cut it out. But thanks for watching. All right, bye. See you on the next one.